Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Steel City, ready to rock at the stadium at the confluence of the three rivers and home to the Pitt Panthers. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Noles will kick this away to start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So Pittsburgh's offense is up first today. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity. And that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up in run support.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Catch made by the tight end. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lofting it toward the left sideline. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Looking to throw again. He's running out of time here. Grab down the middle. It's Griffin.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. And it's incomplete. Target overthrowing it. And the Panthers will have to kick this away. And the offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. See if he can make a play on this return. And the returner is brought down. So the Seminoles offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
Pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. He's looking deep here. It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The Seminoles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Has the first down, still on the move. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. The Noles keep the football on the move. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Tailback takes the handoff again. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And the Seminoles will come to the line to run the hurry up. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? In the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They tackle him about the 14.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball for 31.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's got it for a big gain. Brought down quickly, but a big gain through the air. Ball moves to the 45. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running.
Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Panthers. It was a foot race, and he won it.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they tack on the extra point. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee And they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls in the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
They'll run it here. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looks like he's going to run it. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver makes the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have...
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Takes the ball, tries the right side here. He's talking, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Off target with the throw, incomplete. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
The Panthers will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. They're going to run it. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Snags the quick throw. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Finds the receiver wide open. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the Noles pick up enough yardage for a first down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Griffin. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He pulls it in for a big gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. You know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route.
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Griffin. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He lets it go on the move. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket. Slides down to avoid the tackle. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put them in scoring position before the half. So here we go. The first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And looking for a big play here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Knowles. Strong game by this quarterback. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down. So a little under 30 seconds to go in the half. We'll see how they play this here in 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
And the Panthers will kick this away to get the second half going. Return begins inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? First play of the second half is a handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quick completion to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Gives it to the back. He shreds the tackle. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Out of bounds, but not before a big game. This offense is ripping the defense apart today. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
Now they get set to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. First down here for this offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. Oh, and he dropped it. Might have heard some footsteps there over the middle. That brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. And how about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
First down. They're going to throw the football. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, but the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
The Panthers will send the punt team onto the field. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the punt heads out of bounds. They're going to spot this very near the goal line. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This has been a dominant performance so far, up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breather room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Handoff to the fullback. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Breaking free at midfield. An explosive game, big play, moves the ball inside the 40. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
They bring him down after a short gain there.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the route is on. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Linebackers making some adjustments now. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. That completion makes it second and short. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Griffin. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Pitt getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And we've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Back to throw again. It's complete. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
So incomplete pass on second down sets up a 3rd and inches. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, and he could not haul it in. A 3rd down drop. Brings up 4th now.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
A running play called on 4th down. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Quarterback finds an open target on the left side, and they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. It's not the way you want to start. First down and 20 now.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's hit just before the throw. And it's complete downfield.
Well, we just have not seen a lot of this today at all from this offense, but they'll take it. Big positive play here. Game is out of reach. They're still just trying to put up any yardage that they can to help.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game, and this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. The reception nets about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that first down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the first down.
Well, a field goal here does them no good, so the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards, you pick it up, and now you've got another chance at points.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back, and I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And the defense swarms him. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense calls time to stop the clock with just 16 seconds left. Ball at the 6-yard line now. It's third and goal. Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
All right, so it's first and 10 from their own 1-yard line. A dangerous place on the field. Are they going to run the ball to get some breathing room or be more aggressive? And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. And now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. That gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. What a diving catch way downfield. Big gain. Well, this one ended up being a blowout, Kirk. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this.